Hey everybody, just wanted to give you a quick update on where we're at with our project. So thanks to your donations, we were able to raise enough money to build our first mini home. We expect to get the costs of the mini home down over time, but we were able to get the first home done. We were at I was at the ribbon cutting ceremony today for the first home. A lot of other supporters were there. It was on the Lummi Nation, I'll just let the video speak for itself. So here was the ribbon cutting ceremony for our first home.
Nick Lewis, who's been very involved in this project, and he's an elected member of the tribal council. Are you still called the business council? So it always gives me a good feeling when an elected person takes time to be among the people, because that's the only way you get to know what your real responsibility and job is. You get to also feel the gratitude of the people directly. So Aaron, could you introduce our guest?
Yeah, wanted to invite Douglas to come up and say a few words from the HomesNOW nonprofit organization. We'll have Nick come up too. So come up and just say a few words on who you are, who we are.
So me and Jim Peterson, who can't be here today because his son's getting married in North Dakota. Jim and I started this HomesNOW thing about a year ago. We wanted just the simple goal of ending homelessness, first in Whatcom County and then beyond there. Our biggest stopping block up to this point was that no one that we knew of had any land that they would be willing to let us put a structure on, and so that's when we eventually met up with Nick, and he provided an opening for that, and but it wasn't just one way. It was mutually beneficial because they needed more homes, so we figured we just work together and get the job done. Now, not later.
So who built it?
So this was a company that built the outside, but we did the inside with a bunch of people's help. And on the next structure, we hope to build it ourselves to get the cost down. And we wanted to make it look like a real home or a real room on the inside. Not just like a temporary place to just sleep, but like it's a room. So yeah, it's exciting to be out here and actually be able to make a difference, and hopefully we can do a lot more. So.
So I wanted to just say a few words and raise my hand to each and every one of you for coming here. This is something that I really look to our people. They did this. I just jumped on their bandwagon is all I did. When I ran for council, I didn't acknowledge homelessness. It wasn't something important to me on my platform. But I was humbled enough to learn that I can be corrected. Aaron and Siamoet and Doug, Kimberly, and a bunch of others were doing some work, and I was thankful to them for allowing me to stand with them in their efforts, support in any way I could. I didn't anticipate us getting into this work this quick. We have this home right here. We have 18 people living in it. That's a lot of people for one home. Mm-hmm. At the other home, we have 25 people living in. We run out of space in the home. And I'm grateful for the homes, what they do for our.
We will definitely also be uploading a full compilation of the ribbon cutting ceremony, as far as I was able to gather from all the clips. So taking all the clips, putting them together to try to make it as complete of a video as possible. But what you saw previously was just basically our portion of the clip. So we will post the entire clip after this video. So thank you. Okay, so there was actually more to that, but that was the general gist of it. Nicholas, the other person you saw in the video, his name was Nicholas D. Lewis. He is a tribal council member, and he's been very helpful in helping us get this going. Aaron Thomas, he's also the other person who's been helping a lot. He was the one who is taking the video and had the video for me to redo in this video. So thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Nicholas. We also had somebody come out and take a look at the place and to inspect it to make sure everything was up to code. They said everything looked like it was up to code. All we would need to do is pay $50 to get a certificate that indicates that it is 100% up to code. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get that certificate. We're going to post it online, so that way any questions about whether or not our buildings are safe or up to code will be addressed, and they are up to code. As far as zoning, though, that's a different story, and so we'll figure that out. But it looks like a complicated mess in terms of the general county and city. But since we're doing the first few houses on Lummi Nation, that we have been allowed to do so. So we're going to just show that our model works, and we're not going to worry about the zoning in Bellingham and Whatcom yet. But we're going to be tackling that and figuring that out as we go along to make it a reality, not just on the Lummi Nation, but Whatcom in general as well. We're serious. We really do want to solve homelessness. We don't want to just like milk donations and just take a bunch of money and not do anything. We will let you know exactly where every one of your dollars is spent. If you want to see the entire invoice, we'll have it for you, or the entire transaction history. So we literally have the goal of solving homelessness and then putting ourselves out of business as a nonprofit. We won't be needed anymore if the goal has been solved. And if the goal hasn't been solved, we'll have a model that will help it. So we realize it's a learning process. We realize we're not perfect and we're not going to do everything right. But if anything happens, we are going to correct it quickly and efficiently. And the ultimate goal is unchanged. And so so far so good. And so next, so this first house cost us about 1 sec. Let me get the expense report here for the first house. 1 sec. Sorry, I didn't prepare for this, but it's good to have it for this video. So let's see, HomesNOW videos. Okay, so we have our first expense report right here. We put this in previous videos, but I wanted to actually talk about it. We had about $4,280 taken in through GoFundMe. We had $700 taken in through Stepping Stone. So Stepping Stone's actually stepped up and put the $700 toward that. That includes some of the people who were formerly homeless, who put some of their money up to help more people not become homeless. It was $2,000 for the structure itself, the raw structure, without being insulated or anything like that. We expect to get those costs down a lot, but for now, that's how much it costs. The interior of all the stuff for the inside, the paneling, the electrical, the furniture, everything else totaled up to $1,941. So the total cost of the house was $39,41.80, and this was the first one. We have about $1,000 remaining in the GoFundMe account. If you have a few extra bucks lying around, please donate. We are not messing around. We are getting our second structure going, and it's expected to cost even less than this structure. Why is it going to cost less? Well, because we have Rob Stratton, who normally does a lot of construction work for a living, and he is drawing up plans to to mass produce these basically. So we can get, instead of it costing $2,000, you know, per basic structure, we might be able to get the cost down to $1,500 or $1,400 or you know, significantly lower for the same dimensions and the same quality and everything. I haven't gotten the Google SketchUp plans yet, but it's basically the blueprints for the house, and so I am excited to see those soon, and we expect to get started right away since we have enough money in the account almost to get our second basic structure up, but we don't have enough money after that to buy all the stuff for the inside, which we will need your help with. So if you can definitely donate a few bucks, we really appreciate that. Donate if you can. If not, you can donate your time. You can volunteer on our website, homesnow.org. Not homesnow.com, but homesnow.org. We have a link to everything. We have a link to our donations. We also have a volunteer form. And if you want to donate supplies and stuff like that, we also have a place for that. So the link for the GoFundMe is in the description of the video. The link to our Facebook page, you know, any way you can pretty much get in touch with us, it's in the description of the video. So thanks a lot, and you'll keep seeing our progress as we go along. We're not fucking around. So anyway, take it easy.